The Voice Season 28 is nearing its conclusion after multiple rounds of blind auditions, battles, knockouts, and playoffs. With 4 coaches you've seen and adored before, this season has been outstanding. We're going to announce a new winner now. This fall, Monday, September 22, and Tuesday, September 23, mark the return of The Voice Season 28. The coaches were Michael Bublé, Snoop Dogg, Niall Horan, and Reba McEntire. People were excited for what was to come after seeing the first official trailer for the season. The Clarkson callback card, which allowed host Clarkson Daly to bring back an artist who did not receive any chair turns during their blind audition and give them another chance, piqued fans' interest in particular. Yes, the day after they premiere on NBC, new episodes of The Voice are streamed on Peacock. As a result, Peacock will begin streaming Monday episodes on Tuesday and Tuesday episodes on Wednesday. The Voice Season 28 included numerous entertaining switch-ups during battles, knockouts, and playoffs, in addition to the Clarkson callback card. For the first time in battles, artists choose their own partners for duets rather than their coaches. Each coach has the opportunity to push their mic drop button for an artist who excelled throughout the knockouts. Fans then cast their votes for those 4 acts to perform at the Rose Parade in 2026. DEK of Hearts emerged victorious. Additionally, coaches were only permitted to send 1 artist per coach to the live finale during the playoffs. Fans voted for the last 2 artists in the top 6. As was already mentioned, Season 28 saw the return of Michael Bublé, Snoop Dogg, Niall Horan, and Reba McEntire. Seasons 23 and 24 of The Voice were coached and won by Horan, while seasons 26 and 27 were coached by Bublé. Adam Levine, the first coach, told NBC Insider, "It used to just be kind of crazy. We resembled the Rolling Stones or a similar band. It resembled anarchy. CeeLo Green, the coach, had a bird. We resembled a punk rock group. Looking back, it was crazy. It was completely out of control." The initial coach quartet was completed by Christina Aguilera and Blake Shelton, in addition to Green and Levine. The show has evolved along with Levin. The general tone and the efficiency of the show, I know that sounds really weird, has gotten so pleasant, Levine stated. It has just changed in a positive way, becoming more efficient and somewhat calm. That may sound dull, but it's actually rather amazing, and I'm incredibly proud. One well-known face isn't returning at the moment. Blake Shelton, a longtime coach. In order to devote more time to becoming a parent to his wife Gwen Stefani's children, Shelton departed The Voice in May 2023. In January 2023, he told Access Hollywood, "I think being a stepdad has changed my perspective in that I'm not the first person that I think about anymore. When you go, I guess I'll do this, the very next thought is always, well, wait a minute, even for small things. How is that working out? Or, what will people think? Or, what impact will that have on a schedule?" He went on, "I believe that the only way I can truly accomplish that is to stop being dedicated to something like The Voice that takes up a lot of your time. There is no evading it. You must be totally committed if you want to achieve it and do it well. And for the time being, I simply feel like those days are behind me. I was given a more significant job." Season 28 of The Voice is the kind of show that blends into the holiday TV fabric if you enjoy the chills of a blind audition chair turning, the excitement of battle rounds, and the inevitable waterworks when a coach reveals they've been shook. With a mix of returning, new format tweaks, and a plethora of contestants who demonstrate why the show consistently finds new voices, this season is equal parts poignant, experimental, and nostalgic. Now, take a big breath, and let's examine why Season 28 is both playfully new and pleasantly familiar. The panel. A successful chemistry experiment like an eclectic playlist, the coaches read. Snoop Dogg adds that unpredictable blend of sincere encouragement and the occasional emotional huddle. Reba McEntire offers a no-nonsense, big-hearted country sensibility. Niall Horan returns with an ear for pop phrasing, indie-leaning authenticity, and Michael Bublé brings the kind of mentor energy that helps singers hone phrasing and stagecraft. Because candidates receive feedback from 4 different schools of artistry, their diverse vocations and musical languages actually serve as the season's engine, resulting in more intriguing selections and unexpected coach-artist pairings. It's entertaining to observe how these characters handle power dynamics. Snoop's ability to switch between being amusing and deeply moved in a single reaction shot, Reba's professional gravity, Boblo's instructive kindness, and Niall's subtly encouraging optimism. Episode after episode of the show is kept interesting by this diversity. New toys and format adjustments in the toolbox. There are some format changes in Season 28 that have an impact on suspense and strategy. The knockouts don't have any steals this season, which is a significant departure from previous years. Rather, the program introduced a new feature known as the Mic Drop button, which coaches can use on one of their knockouts artists to give that artist a special opportunity to be voted by the public later in the season. The winner of the Mic Drop recipients also receives a special performance slot in the Rose Parade on New Year's Day. Artists now have an alternative route to mega exposure outside of the conventional steal/save dynamic, and coaches must be more strategic in their saves and decisions. This change modifies game theory throughout the roster in a subtle way. In the absence of knockout steals, coaches could reserve their best vocalists for later rounds or play cautiously in pairings. The Mic Drop provides a counterpoint, a Hollywood-sized second chance door with a public vote twist, but it also raises the stakes for viewers, because one bad night can ruin a promising path. A roll call of musical prowess. Advisors and visiting mentors. Heavyweight advisors were added in Season 28 to enhance coach mentoring. During the fights and knockouts, names like Kelsey Ballerini, Nick Jonas, Louis Capaldi, and Lizzo appeared to hone arrangements, force emotive performances, and occasionally provide a stylistic reality check. A single suggestion from the proper mentor may bring an artist who is technically sound to life, and those guest spots frequently result in moments that steal the show. Yes, it is enjoyable to watch Nick Jonas subtly assist a vocalist with a country influence in rephrasing a chorus. Who to watch on the audition circuit? Every season features a few competitors who swiftly establish themselves as the show's main plot points. The underdog with the best belt of soul, the voice that goes viral from a little town, or the television perfect talent who nonetheless dazzles with unadulterated intimacy. Season 28 adhered to that plan, with names like Aubrey Nicole, Team Reba, Aiden Ross, Team Niall, Jazz McKenzie, Team Bublé, and Ralph Edwards, Team Snoop, being highlighted as finalists by media outlets by early December for a variety of reasons. Aubrey for emotional grit, Aiden for a haunting tone, Jazz for soulful control, Ralph for raw showmanship. Prior to the two-part finale, those four were formally confirmed as finalists. From hometown montages to coach connections that grow in the workroom to the candidates' personal journeys from an empty practice room to a sparkling stage with an orchestra. Expect the show to continue elevating emotional storylines. Episode cadence. Weekly expectations. Blind auditions set the stage. Fights heat things up. Knockouts narrow the field. And live events determine the champion. This is the now familiar pattern of the season. Launched in late September, Season 28 progressively progressed through those stages into November and December. Notably, NBC changed the timing of several episodes in November, moving them to a later time slot. This serves as a reminder that network scheduling can still affect live TV rhythms even at the end of the season. Real-time voting and the joy, or anguish, of witnessing a contestant's destiny decided by the public are two benefits of watching live. The performances are still available if you stream on Peacock the next day, but the voting and social fan momentum clearly belong to the live show. Final fireworks. Live acts and well-known visitors. Season 28 of The Voice capitalized on the fact that finals are meant to feel like Christmas specials. The evening scheduled legacy artists and unexpected comebacks in addition to the final competitors. Neil Sean of Journey was scheduled to participate in a final medley, while Sofronio Vasquez, the most recent champion, made a comeback with fresh music. These guest appearances are more about placing the season in the context of the music industry than they are about competition. They serve as a reminder that the show is part of a wider industry ecosystem that has the power to elevate participants beyond the single season. The spoiler-free perspective on who's winning instead of announcing a winner. Final results were set for December 16. Season 28's story focuses on the kinds of artists that flourish in the show's ecosystem. Singers who can connect on camera, interpret songs in a way that feels personal, and command enormous arrangements. The frontrunners were typically singers who combined technical mastery with a distinctive artistic presence, the kind of performer who might maybe develop a focused streaming career or a touring set following the performance. Pay close attention to the finals week if you enjoy play-by-play analysis. Judge commentary, celebrity duets, and performances all have an impact on public opinion, which in turn influences the voting window. Fan culture and production notes, the show's polished production values. Large staging, dramatic camera movements, and moment-selling close-ups were retained in Season 28. The evolution of fan culture, however, was more intriguing. Social media sites are becoming for artist development rather than merely being reactionary outlets. Curiosity is frequently turned into enduring followings by contestants who provide clever behind-the-scenes footage, personal covers, or joint videos with the coaches. A singer's on-stage performance is still crucial, but how they transform it into an identity across platforms is important for post-show endurance. This socially conscious game is now an unseen component of success. Why, in The Voice's lengthy plot, Season 28 is significant. Season 28 appears to be yet another good run in a lengthy series timeline. However, it's also important for what it represents. A willingness to experiment, no knockout steals. The mic drop, a balancing act between old coaches and new energies, and the capacity to continue producing performers who go beyond a single show into a more expansive musical career. These little but clever adjustments keep the show contemporary for a program that could easily get stale after more than 20 years. What to look for and how to watch new episodes can be streamed on Peacock the next day or seen live on NBC. For regional differences, see local schedules. The most trustworthy sources for scheduling updates are NBC Insider articles and the official NBC program website. Watch out for the mic drop portion in the knockouts. It's a fan-facing, strategic twist that alters the dynamics of the final round. For additional footage, rehearsals, and unscripted moments that don't make the broadcast cut, follow coaches and competitors on social media. The emotional bottom line Season 28 reaches the same sweet spot the program has always held. It's a blend of mentorship and competition, personal tales and industry looks, and a formula that always manages to surprise viewers who enjoy watching unpolished ability transformed into performance. This season demonstrates that The Voice's formula, diverse coaches, high stakes, and emotional payoff, still works, whether it's through an unexpected chair turn, a coach's choked confession, or the excitement of a finalist who breaks down in tears.